Next federal execution in Terre Haute is slated to happen in just minutes. Activists are right now outside the prison with a message to stop the death of Brandon Bernard.
What I really learned through Christopher Villalba is that Brandon is not the culpable one for this.
An attorney who has had close contact with Bernard says this execution brings a different perspective. We'll explain why.
He has talked about remorse for what he's did, and he's sorry.
And Bernard's family is advocating for their loved one. They say he doesn't deserve to die. Good evening, and thanks for joining us. I'm Patrice Dayton.
And I'm Rondrell Moore. Brandon Bernard is scheduled to be executed in just moments.
We've told you he was convicted for a role in the kidnapping and killing of 2 youth ministers in Texas. It's the same case involving Christopher Villalba. He was executed last month. News
10's Sarah Lehman is a media witness to the execution. She just told us the victim's family will speak this evening. In the meantime, anti-death penalty advocates are speaking up about Bernard's execution.
They've done so for all federal executions this year.
News 10's Dominic Miranda is live outside of the federal prison in Terre Haute tonight. He joins us now with a perspective from someone who has communicated directly with Bernard.
That's right, Patrice Rondrell. I'm located right across the prison here at the Dollar General, where protesters have and are currently gathered as they have for each of the executions here in 2020. One of the death penalty activists has had unique communication with many inmates, and that includes Brandon Bernard. She shared her unique perspective and her message from what she's learned.
When somebody tells you in what's probably their final email that you're a blessing in their life, it's just an unbelievably emotional experience that I don't think most people can understand.
Ashley Kincaid-Eve has been incredibly outspoken in her fight to abolish the death penalty. As we've reported, Brandon Bernard's crime that has him on death row is in connection to Christopher Villalba's. Christopher Villalba was executed in September. Kincaid-Eve communicated regularly with Villalba and has done the same with Brandon Bernard. She says he's unbelievably remorseful and desperately wants to live.
Not only have I seen myself, the hope in his words and just how much he's grown, but I've been able to see words that he's written over the last few years and just how much, again, every day he's just trying to be better.
Kincaid-Eve says her fight is solely to abolish the death penalty, not to allow these inmates to walk free. She says she understands and values the victims' families' perspectives, but says it's important for her to speak up and humanize these inmates to the public.
They recognize what they've done is wrong, but they just want society to see them as living and breathing human beings. And if we're going to insist that they be killed in our names, then as society we have a duty to know what's happening, and we have a duty to care about them and know about the cases.
Now currently what's going on here behind me, you might not be able to see, it's a little too dark, but all anti-death penalty activists are gathered around for a little bit of a vigil of sorts led by Kincaid-Eve, as they are having this vigil in remembrance of Brandon Bernard's family and Brandon Bernard. Kincaid-Eve says her and others will continue their fight to abolish the death penalty as these executions continue here in 2020. For now, reporting live outside the federal prison, I'm News 10's Dominic Miranda. Rondrell, back to you.
As with many of these executions, court challenges could delay what happens. Again, News 10's Sarah Lehman is a media witness tonight. You'll hear from her, we hope, at 11 p.m. Eastern. That's on News 10 Night Watch.